The menu delivers something cleverly delicious.
It's showtime.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I'm back to review The Menu. It is directed by Mark Millard. You may know him from some of his work. He's done a lot of TV work. He's worked on projects like Game of Thrones, Succession, Shameless, and The Affair, all of which I do recommend and all of which are excellent. Okay. So I'm excited about this. I was excited about this going into it. The movie is starring Ralph Fiennes, Anya Taylor-Joy, Nicholas Hoult, Hong Chow, John Leguizamo, Judith Light, among many, many others. It is rated R, baby. It has strong, disturbing, violent content, language throughout, and some sexual references. It's classified as a comedy horror thriller equals dark comedy. Okay. Clocks in at 1 hour and 46 minutes, and the synopsis reads. A young couple travels to a remote island to eat at an exclusive restaurant where the chef has prepared a lavish menu with some shocking surprises. And that is all I'm going to say because this is your spoiler free review. If you're new to the channel, welcome and welcome back. You know what we do here. I watch movies so you don't have to. I give you the good, bad, and everything in between with no spoilers, of course. And I let you know whether or not you should know or go see it in theaters, which is currently playing. So let's get with the good, shall we? First of all, fun fact, I love dark comedies, dark satires, all of that stuff. Some of my favorite recent dark comedies: The Hunt, The Gentleman, The Wolf of Wall Street. Well, that's not so recent, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Jojo Rabbit, Parasite, Ready or Not, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. The movie was very funny to me. Comedy is subjective. The acting was very well executed in this film. My standouts, of course, were Ralph Fiennes and, of course, Anya Taylor-Joy. Ralph Fiennes plays the chef, whose character in the movie is where the movie is kind of centered around. Anya Taylor-Joy plays Margot. She pretty much plays off of the chef because she realizes he knows everyone except for her, which also lets me know that something is playing in a manner and something is going down and something more sinister is at play here. And she was very quirky. She was very sassy, and she felt more like, to me, like the audience member, like the person who's sitting there watching this story. The things that she would say sounds like something that the audience is probably screaming at the screen or whatever. So that's what it felt like. She's trying to figure out what the hell is going on here, just like we are, right? So the chef was hilarious. I was equally disturbed and amused by him. It wasn't like anything he did in particular that caused amusement. It was just like he was like this little ticky boom, like that he was trying to hide and push down, but you could just see it was right beneath the surface. He looked unhinged most times. He commanded the screen. He did this thing, and it would snap you back into, if everybody was, just like talking and enjoying themselves, he would and just get you right back into the tension that you needed to be to keep the movie on pace, right? So the first two acts were very well paced, and they did a really good job building the tension, setting up for all the potential to have a great payoff. But I think, and I'll get into it in the cons, but I think some people will have a problem with it because the ending was so abrupt. It kind of felt jarring to kind of end it like that on one hand, but on the other hand, where were you going to go with it? So I was fine with it. And if you notice, a lot of dark comedies end like that. It's very abruptly. It's just very like, boop, credits roll, and we out the door. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I was cool with it, but I think it's going to be, a little iffy for some people. The ending kind of felt like they wanted some more. The social commentary was very well laced in the film, very digestible. You see what I did there, right? Okay, pun intended. Great tension. They did a good job with balancing the humor and the tension and never sacrificed one for the other. Um, it really did keep consistent with building the tension and building around the story, the narrative of the art, the artist, the consumer, and the outliers, everybody else that kind of like, surrounds the industry. So this is the foodie culture, but it could be just the same as film criticism, art criticism, music criticism, theater, anything that has to do with the arts. It definitely spoke to a commentary on that type of consumption of art and what it can do to you and stuff like that. So loved it, loved it, loved it, because I'm a film, what I want to call it, a movie pundit. I can't really call myself a critic. I like to call myself a critic, but that's okay. I don't have to have a formal title. I know what I do here, so that's just what it is. Okay, so I let you decipher what it is. The social commentary was clearly showing everyone in different lights. That very much there was a character that kind of was like maybe representative of the New York Times and uh, their commentary and what they do and how their stuff reacts and it produces a result to the artist who's producing the art and stuff like that. Then they have people who think they know it all, and then they have people who are investors, people who the industry or whatever like that. So they had all different types of people playing these archetypes in the film, and that's why I thought it was such a genius idea to kind of do it like that. So, but I'll let you decipher who's what and what or whatever. But it also showed how things could shake out if you're not careful. Okay. So a cautionary tale, if you will. The cinematography was great, had exceptional blocking, and I noticed this about a lot of satires. Again, I will go to Parasite. Parasite had phenomenal blocking, like the lines, the way everything like just fit into the frame. It was just like perfect. The movie took place in one area, but because of the different angles and the way the tables were placed, like in a wide shot, you could get a whole lot, of footage and just the sequence in there. All the same, seeing a lot of different angles and vantage points and all of that stuff. So I enjoy seeing some familiar faces, such as Judith Light. Y'all remember her? I think she played on Who's the Boss? Was it Who's the Boss? Not Who's the Boss. It was one of those old movies back in the 80s or 90s or something. And John Leguizamo. So let's get to the bad. The ending can be a place of contention for some. Like I said, it ended abruptly. It was fine for me, but to some, it will feel quite jarring. Also, there is a main character named Elsa, and she's played by Hong Chow. And she almost had just as much as dialogue as Chef. But I wanted to see a little bit more fleshing out and find out what her motivations, because she was kind of more up front and center rather than the regular wait staff and the I just call them red shirts because listen, it just is what it is, right?
So for my rating, I give it a 4 out of 5 and definitely say go see it in theaters or stream it when it's available.
Before I give you my overall thoughts on the menu, why don't you take a moment and check out my social media? It's right there. So my overall thoughts on the menu: a fantastic, tension-filled, dark comedy that turns quickly into a thriller. It is very compelling, gave a lot of social commentary that wasn't hammered over the head, but handled creatively and laced throughout the film. Led with expert performances in Ralph Fiennes and Anya Taylor-Joy, the movie delivers an important message in a clever, clever way. And so for my diva recommendations, I have The Hunt, Ready or Not, and Parasite. So that will do it for the menu. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you've seen the movie, if you plan to see the movie, let me know down in the comments. What did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Like, do you like dark comedies, dark satires? What's the last dark comedy that you've seen that you really, really enjoyed? Get down in the comments and let the diva know. Okay. So, as always, I'm Nita, your favorite diva. Make sure you come back for the next one.